I know, according to you're not supposed to be drinking on camera.
But I'm gonna drink my coffee.
Hello, it's Burgess Taylor from Journey with Burgess, and we're going to talk July wrap-up, and we're going to talk about some of the things. We're going to be welcoming August in just a couple of days, and I'm really excited. So I have on my Amity Island tank top, Amity Island lifeguard tank top, and my cute little red straw hat, although we have sunshine and rain right now. I am about to finalize my word count stuff for Camp NaNoWriMo. I made my goal, but I kept writing. I'm pretty excited and want to find out exactly how many words I have, and it will be yet another Camp NaNoWriMo I've won. But at the same time, it's yet another NaNoWriMo event where I have yet to finish the novel. And I think one of the things this last two camps, this one and the one in April, have taught me is that I am following my gut right now with a lot of things, my intuition. And in doing that, I've changed up some of how I write. When I write, I am now writing in spurts. I have a timer. I set it for about 20 minutes, and I write for 20 minutes. And I do that a few times a day. So whether I write for a whole hour altogether or I write for 2 hours, if I get really into the zone and I write more, I'm doing it in spurts so that I can, one, take breaks, and two, I'm concentrating more on my quality of words. Another thing that I've been doing is I have written a little bit out of order. Some of the things I have written a little bit out of order, which is completely new to me. If you've been following my channel for a long time, I started the channel out preparing for NaNoWriMo, and then chronicled my journey with NaNoWriMo. And I was a pantser to begin with, and I slowly but surely realized that I needed a little bit more than just pantsing, just the general idea of my novel, like the beginning, the middle, the end. I needed a little bit more. I'm more of a character-driven writer, though, so I fell in love with Arwen Lynch's using tarot in the hero's journey to write. She has a book. I highly recommend it. I will get the link and leave it down below. I also use tarot for writers, and I like the way that you can use your imagination by pulling the tarot cards, and then you can use the structure of the hero's journey, which is definitely more of a character-driven way to outline. And I have since then been using that method to outline. I have been this time, however, doing sections of my outline. The first part, first act, I outlined. I have the whole outline, but I didn't have as much detail, and some of my outline had changed, and instead of revamping the whole outline, I've just been revamping each section, each part, big part, as I go, instead of the whole thing. I have a general idea of my ending. It's just a tad different than originally, but I find that having the idea in the back of my head so that I can get from point A to point B and follow that map is very helpful. I have mapped the journey of my novel using tarot and the hero's journey, and it's a really good way for me. One of the other things that July has really helped me with is getting out of my comfort zone more. Having so much of what I do on social media for creative things sometimes makes me feel a bit awkward whenever I want to change things up. And I've been slowly but surely changing things up for over a year now. I went from A5 to B6, and I had issues finding journals that I really love. My favorite journal, regular journal, is the Enigma by Taroko Design. I love the A5 Enigma, but I need a B6 Enigma, and he doesn't make them. So I have actually considered buying one and taking it to Staples and having it cut down to B6 size. I get my regular journals that you see, that is my Document My Life journal. Those are made by Bree from Documented Journey, and my sketchbook is also made by Bree. My regular sketchbook, I'm changing some things up. I'm going to endeavor to make my own sketchbook and my own Document My Life journal. I'm going to start with the sketchbook because come August I will be running out of journal and sketchbook. Probably the sketchbook maybe not until the end of middle to the end of September, but I'll be running out of this the end of August. I think I have just enough in it for August with a couple of extra little things. For my regular notebook, right now I'm using a Cafe Note, which is a B6 Slim, and I am not that big of a fan of the B6 Slim at all. I like more room to write. I like the paper that's in the Enigma. I like the 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. Now don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the 52 GSM, but this is a little more cream in color. It's not white. I like the white. I like the grid and the dot grid. So it's not a question of whether I like the grid or the dot grid better. I can actually see the grid better than I can see the dot grid. But I like the B6 regular size. I like a B6 regular. So since I can't find them anywhere, and I don't know yet how to print the dot grid on the Tomoe River paper. I can buy 68 GSM Tomoe River paper, but I don't know how to print the dot grid. And not having a grid has, you know, I want to, right now I'm using the B6tology for my bullet journal. I would really prefer the 68 GSM Tomoe River paper, but that means I'd have to have an Enigma or get 2 Breezes and have them cut down to B6 size. Which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to talk to Steve and I'm going to order an Enigma and a Breeze. Tell him I want B6. I want B6 size. I am still using my Hobonichi for my home personal planning, and I do like a little bit of a daily page on there. I haven't done morning pages in a while. I haven't actually done very much morning pages this month at all. I've done quite a bit of evening pages though. I've done some morning pages, but mostly I've done evening pages. Actually managed to write morning pages a few times a week. I did better in the beginning of the month, but towards the end of this month it's been really busy. And I've been really busy doing paperwork stuff and helping my mom and stuff like that, which means I don't have as much time to do things. So I've had to evaluate what is the most important to me. And to be honest, I love writing evening pages. I love writing the evening pages. I enjoy morning pages, but morning pages aren't the big thing for me. It's the evening pages. I'm just changing a few things up. I'm going to have a practice sketchbook and a sketchbook. They're going to be all together in one. But I do have some regular sketchbooks, some watercolor paper, and some regular like sketchbooks that will be more for the either playing around or the more fancy stuff. And I'm not limiting myself to one thing or the other in them. It's just for the different thing. Or, you know, this is so mobile. This little sketchbook with the little purple pencil, colored pencil, and boom, you know, I can do whatever I want to. As a matter of fact, I've been practicing. I've been taking a class on Craftsy by Stephen Reddy, and I have his book, and I started out with just the pencil sketch of some things, and I haven't decided whether I'm going to watercolor it or not, but it's for fun, you know. So I want to sketch what he has and then do it, and then I'm going to attempt to sketch what's on my desk, which right now is a pile. Books, and I had Happy Mail and things have come in, and I was drawing the gnomes. I switched out his shovel for a paintbrush. These actually go in my rose bed. I had to kind of clean it off. But I took it from my yard, from the rose bed, to bring it in here after I cleaned it off and to draw him. And there he is. And instead of doing Gnome Sweet Gnome, I drew this, and then I put Hello August. It's all about using what we have, and it's all about trying different things and looking at things from a different way. That's what being creative is. Using our imagination and problem solving. I realize that Shark Week is over but as of this weekend, but I really like these little fountain pens, and I'm going to continue to use them. I love sharks. These are some awesome little fountain pens. I got mine from Goulet Pens. Well, mine came from Goulet Pens. I got mine from, but they were Happy Mail. Someone sent them to me, and Goulet Pens sent them to me because somebody got them for me. I love them. I wish they'd have come in a couple more colors, like a red one. A red one would have been really cool. A gray one would have been really cool, you know. But anyway, I have a video to do very soon about some of my favorite supplies, some of the ones that are new to me, which would be these uni pens, and then some that are still my all-time favorites. I want to do that video. I just did the blog post about it, but the blog post was a different take, sort of. So I'm going to do, hopefully in August, I'm going to get that video finally done. I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorites for journaling and art, because it's pretty much close to the same thing for me. There are some things I use for journaling that I don't really use for my sketchbook, so those will be the bonus pieces. It's probably going to end up being about 15 things total. But I think July's been a really good month for me. Not only was it Victor's birthday month and my birthday month and 4th of July, Independence Day, but I think I'm in a good place. I think I'm finally coming around to where I have been meant to be, and talking to several different people about journaling and about art and about like the journals and the evolution of things as we grow and change. Maybe by the time I finish this journal, B6 will have grown on me, because I love this. This is a regular B6 Traveler's Notebook, and I have the little idea thing in there. I have another one of these somewhere, and then I have the Cafe Press, and I have my red monkey knots. I need some more of these. I need to order some more of these. I love the red ones. I need some blue ones though. I want like some cobalt teal, Sleeping Beauty turquoise kind of color and maybe some red and turquoise mixed. Yeah, that would be pretty. The other thing is, like I said, maybe I'll get used to this. I would like to get, if I get used to this, I'm not going to do it until I get used to it, unless I can find a used one. I would like to get a B6 Slim like this. I got it from Odd Girl Journals, I think, and I did the beach theme for Shark Week, but I like the colors of it. I like the material. It's recycled material, and it's come in really handy having these little pockets and stuff like that. I would like to get a B6 Slim and in this, in a different thing. I feel really good about what I'm doing and where I'm headed. There are definitely going to be some changes during August, and then once August is finished and I have finished up my journal and my sketchbook, I am getting more and more towards a sort of hybrid omni journal between one kind of omni journal with the bullet journal, and then another kind of sort of omni journal with the document my life memory keeping kind of journal, and then a different kind of omni journal, sort of omni sketchbook, or artist journal sort of thing with my sketchbook. It's where I think I'm headed. I won't have grocery lists or things like that in my artist journals, my sketchbook, but it will be practice and real sketches and different things like that. It's going to be a number of things, and then in my journal it will be getting ideas and preparing things and stuff like that. A lot more daily sketching and a lot more collage bits of everyday ephemera. I love stickers, but I can't afford them. And I think I have stuff to make my own stickers with, and once I get the new to me Polaroid Zip working, I'm going to find some of those little pictures of things that I always find myself being really inspired by, and print a few of those out to go in my bullet journal for the daily page, and some different things for here. But this is going to be much more sketchy kind of stuff, and I have a feeling that the bullet journal is going to be way more omni-journalish coming very soon, especially if I can get a B6 Enigma, if I can get the Enigma cut down to B6 size, or if I find that making my own journal for my document my day journal, and then I can figure out how to print dot grid on the Tomaway, the 68 GSM Tomaway river paper, I may end up making my own bullet journal. So I end up making a few different journals. If I end up hooked on these and I don't need to buy my journals from Bree anymore, she's nobody to blame but herself, because she's encouraged me to try this. But I'm really excited, and I think that that's the key, is that trying different things, trying new things. I find myself ready for that, for the trying of the things. I wrote down at the beginning of this month in this idea notebook, make my own sketchbook, and I was trying to figure out like what size paper I'd need to get and things like that. But I find myself very intrigued by the whole thing. I really do want to get to a point where I am able to make my own journals. I redid my video schedule, but I still find myself doing Monday coffee chats on Mondays. They just have ended up being live chats, and that's okay. I guess that's just how I'm geared. But I think Wednesday is going to alternate between some writing stuff, some creative stuff, DIY project kind of stuff, and various other things, and then Fridays will be journal. So once a month, do a Writer Wednesday. Mondays is Monday's musings, and that's pretty much a chat. So I think Wednesday is going to be Wacky Wednesday, so it'll be a bit of everything. And Fridays is still Journal Mojo Day, and then yeah, Monday is Monday Musings, and I like that. I like that a lot. I am probably going to do a lot more live chats on Mondays now that I've kind of figured some things out. Not all of them will be video in video where you see my face and you see what I'm doing, until I get like a lot more comfortable doing that. I'm learning how to do it though, and y'all have Romany's Realm to thank for that, because I mentioned OBS and how I can use it with my computer now that I have the new. He looked at MacBook Pros and he thought about getting me a used one, a MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, because he knows that's I want to eventually switch to all Apple products. But he was really afraid of getting me a used one because he doesn't know very much about them, and y'all, I love this. So now that I've kind of figured out though how the basics of Adobe Premiere Elements works, which is my video editing software, I'm getting a lot better at it. I still have a way to go, but I can use that with Windows, and I am very comfortable with Windows. I have a tower that was made for me, and now that I have a laptop, once I get Adobe Premiere put on here where I can edit videos on here, I have a wireless mouse I can use for this, which will make things much easier, because the mouse pad is not all that comfortable. But once I can get to a point where I can actually start editing the videos on here, I can take my tower to a shop and get some of the things on it fixed. So that's the goal, but won't happen right this minute. And so that's where I'm at. I think July overall has been a really good month. I did some creative projects. I got out and did some outdoor sketching in the middle of my front yard with everybody passing by, because our road is actually sort of a cut-through road, so it ends up very busy. The neighbors coming in and out, in and out, in and out, looking over, you know, because it was the weekend. One of the other things, getting a new to me phone, because the little Polaroid zip that I got will not work. with my tablet for some reason. They did a update for their app, and since then people have had problems with it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out what's going on. For those of you who do have the Polaroid Zip, if you don't have an iPhone, because I don't have an anything except an iBook G4, which is really old and will not work very well because they changed the OS stuff for Apple. But I need somebody who has Samsung and uses an app for Polaroid Zip. So yeah, feeling much better. It's time for me to get back to pulling my tarot cards every day. It's time for me to get back to meditating every day in the morning and at night instead of just one time. But this month has been really good in some ways, and then in other ways, because I've been so busy doing stuff like taking my mom to the doctor and going to probate court and doing all this stuff, that in other ways some things have kind of slipped. So although I'm got better habits, they haven't been habits I've been keeping up with every single day. I am exercising. I need to lose at least 20 or 30 pounds. But I think for me, it's about being comfortable with myself. And I'm not comfortable. It's not about the pounds. It's about being comfortable. And if, at 5'2", I really should not be at the weight I am right now. So, yeah, just losing a little bit. This has been a rough year since my dad got super ill and David got ill, and I've been working through all of that since last year. It's been a year now. I feel like I'm finally kind of things have kind of settled back to my new normal, and I'm headed in the right direction. I'm really well with most things. I'm still kind of hanging in there with other things. But now that I'm getting the hang of the new editing software, I feel a lot better. A whole lot better. And yeah, I need to clean and organize my room a little bit, because if y'all were to see this desk that's over here, you'd laugh because there's stuff everywhere. I'm going to do some cleaning while this saves and upload, that y'all enjoy it. It is a hodgepodge of stuff, but it kind of is wrapping up July and welcoming August. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one. Bye. So, you're just going to get all kinds of stuff this video, because this month coming is going to be fairy stuff, all kinds of fairy tale stuff, fairies. So I thought I'd start with a gnome, and I'm going to do some coloring with the zigs and the size, because I haven't used them in a while, and yeah, I thought now would be a really good time to do that, because like I said, I haven't done that in a while. I haven't used them in quite a while. Let's get started with them. The gnome outside my house, I have, he looks like a regular gnome. Well, of course, I did an artist gnome. He's got a pen in his hand, he's got a pencil right there, and he's got a brush hanging out of his pocket. So I thought that was really cute, and I could do the gnome in regular colors. I don't have a red. This is not, I need a darker, deeper red. This is carmine red, so it's going to have to work. I really enjoyed creating these gnomes. Really did enjoy creating the gnomes. I think I'm really going to like the theme for August. Now, I enjoyed the shark theme. I didn't draw or watercolor as many other sea creatures as I wanted to, but that doesn't mean I have to stop. I can do them anytime I want to. So maybe I'll do a few this month that will be included with, say, like a mermaid, because that's a fairy creature. I think I will enjoy that. I had a lot of fun. I have pretty much got planner piece. Like I said, I would really like to get a B6 regular size Enigma because I truly love that paper way better than the Stology paper. I do like the Stology paper. I really do like the Stology paper, but I love 68 GSM Tomoe River paper in white. I love it. I'm actually getting some of that to put in my Document My Life journal. It will be blank, but that's okay. I'm getting better about the handwriting thing. Still, some days are better than others. But you know, part of being creative means adjusting sometimes and thinking outside of the box other times and coming up with solutions. So I'm excited about creating my own sketchbook and my own Document My Life journal and maybe even something else. I don't know. I really want to take a moment to thank all my patrons, to thank all of you, my YouTube subscribers, to thank those of you who are in my tribe, and to especially thank Bree Hatton from Documented Journey for all of her encouragement, her friendship, and her support. For my husband, I'd like to thank my husband, but I'd especially, like I said, like to thank my patrons, because without them, a lot of this would not be possible. And a very, very big thank you to Amy Graham and to Donna Jones for sending me the Happy Mail, which will be the next upcoming video. So y'all have a good one. I will see y'all again soon. I hope that you enjoy this and have a great day. Bye, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and leave me a comment. Let me know how your July went and what you're doing for August. Bye, y'all.